Hello, everyone. Ben Briggs here for PPC Better, your Nashville based digital marketing and AI sales agency. And today we're going to talk about a new Google announcement that came out pretty recently here. And what it is called AI Max for search campaigns. So this came out May 6th. It is currently May 7th, so yesterday. So unlock next level performance. That's what you're going to do. You're going to unlock next level performance with AI Max for search campaigns. Um, now, it's really important to think about this in context of the setting that came out maybe a year or two ago, where you can just click a button and instead of targeting your keywords using exact match or phrase match, now all of your keywords are just going to operate as broad match. Google introduced that button, and I'm sure there are plenty of people who have clicked it, probably to their own detriment, in my opinion. But anyway, so that exists, and then there's also this DSA dynamic search ads campaign that has existed since 2021, and those are basically being combined plus adding some slightly smarter, probably LLM back end to it. So it's that they're probably basically it's taking those two things and then driving them with a little bit smarter AI. Is kind of the cliff notes, but we'll read a little bit of the release here, and this is pure marketing. I mean, uh, this is marketing. So but I mean, it's ads. So what do you expect? There's going to be marketing. So introducing AMX for search campaigns, a comprehensive suite of targeting and creative enhancements. Now, so the targeting enhancements are making your keywords more broad, targeting them to more different things. And then the creative enhancements are adding whatever it is that the person searched for into your ad copy so that the person clicks on it. So this is going to bring the best of Google AI to help you take your search campaigns to the next level. Okay. From Brian Burdick here, our senior product director. Moving forward, AI is unleashing the full potential of Google search by enabling it to become more exploratory and multimodal. Well, that sounds good. It's transforming into an even more helpful engine for discovery and decision maker with AI responses, AI overviews, the ability to search for what you see with Google Lens, as Google search makes finding what you need even more effortless, opportunities to grow your business expand. So I don't know, it's a lot of growing and expanding in there. We're moving beyond simply matching users' queries. So simply matching users' queries. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to match the user's query? So our opinion at PPC Better is that you probably want to match the user's query uh, in order to convert the user. You want to have there's queries where people are searching for things that might be somewhat related to your product, and then there's people who are searching for things that make you want that would indicate that they want to buy your product. And we recommend targeting the former, but not necessarily we recommend targeting the latter and not necessarily the former. So target the buying intent, maybe target the search intent, the research intent, maybe not. But with these Google expanded AI campaigns, you will definitely be targeting the research traffic. So now you're going to maximize your performance, which, if you've got a limited budget, and now you're going to target an even smaller percentage of that budget to people who have the buying intent. You're going to target a larger percentage of that budget to the people who have the research intent. Is that going to improve your performance if you're measuring performance based on uh, money in versus customers out? I'm pretty skeptical about that, but Google says it will. So this is we're going to predict, even on the most nuanced and complex questions, predicting what they might need next. This ability to capture richer signals of intent. So don't worry, Google in the black box is going to help you by expanding your campaign. So rolling out to so if you spend a lot of money, then this is probably already in your account. You can go click the button. It's basically just we're going to probably replace. I mean, it might also operate alongside of the click the all broad match button, but more likely it'll just replace that later this month for campaigns. So data is already showing that advertisers that activate AI search will 14% more conversions or conversion value at a similar CPA and ROAS for campaigns that are still mostly using the exact same phrase, the typical uplift. Let's see, what is this? Google internal data based on campaigns, more than 70% of conversions for non-retail advertisers. So they had to exclude retail to get the result. I don't know. They got some data though. It says it's great. So expand your reach, discover new customers, search. So they're going to more widely serve your ads, deliver the most relevant ads across services. So this is just using AI to match the basically the ad headline is the most important part. They'll also create a description. But this is going to use whatever Google thinks the user is going to click on. They're going to put that in your headline, so that way you're going to get more clicks. And that's going to maximize your results, combine all the features of AI Max together, which is so it can select any page from your website and match that to any user query and then automatically create the ad. That's kind of what's going on there. So L'Oreal and MyConnect. Okay, we've got some case studies. Optimize your, you can look into those if you want. I'll leave this link in the description. Optimize your campaigns with enhanced controls and deeper insights. So this is the shiny object for the junior employees to bring to their boss. The geo targeting, just kind of random geos to give you different data to analyze. Maybe there's somebody who made some money that way one time, but it gets talked about. There's a lot of time has been spent in meetings talking about this, a lot more time than actual profit has been earned by using these interests. Now, if you're a service area business, then obviously you need your customers to be in a certain service area. But like L'Oreal, they how much upside are they getting by geo targeting versus just getting some nice reports that people can kind of intellectually wrap their head around? The targeting of geographic targeting is something that it's pretty easy for people to wrap their head around. So it's kind of cool to talk about in meetings. The new URL parameter, we'll dive into that explicitly here in a minute. But let's head back to the slides. So what is going on with these AI Max search campaigns? So the key takeaways, we kind of went over some of this as we were looking at the press release, or the blog post, whatever you want to call it. So the key takeaways is that this is really more of the same. There was already the option to select all broad match keywords. There was already the option to use DSA or dynamic search ads to automatically pick keywords and match headlines to them to send traffic to different pages on your website. And basically what it's doing is just taking these two things together and then calling it cutting edge AI. I mean, if you look at the history of this, Google has been talking to me specifically about AI and how AI is going to help my search campaigns for a very long time. The main thing, the earliest implementation of this was moving from something that could be more accurately described as machine learning to moving to something that could be more accurately described as AI, I guess, according to the current 2025 definition, basically an LLM, the large language model, which would make it so that your keywords could match to more different queries. Now, if you need more traffic, if you're already buying all of the relevant traffic that you can, then that could be a benefit to expand your reach to maybe keywords that you haven't thought of. But if you've got a 10%, 20%, 30% impression share, so you know that these are the keywords that perform for you, but you just don't have enough budget to buy it all, then expanding your campaigns to more different queries is not cutting edge AI that's going to benefit you. It's just serving your ads more broadly, and you're going to get the same amount or less in terms of your actual return on ad spend by targeting these additional keywords compared to what you would have got by just sticking with the normal ones. The locations and reporting upgrades, there are some locations reporting upgrades. Like I said, our opinion, this is just a shiny object. It's going to give people things to talk about in meetings, but I wouldn't expect to see any big performance improvements from the location targeting that they're doing here or the reporting upgrades that they are purportedly making. So One thing that was interesting to us, this new value track parameter. So the value track parameter is going to be a synthetic keyword, and you can use it as a replacement for keyword. So basically, because if you enable this AI Max thing, then you're not actually going to be, you're not even going to have broad match keywords that are serving all of your ads. Some of your ads are going to be served just based on kind of whatever Google thinks would be a good idea to serve your ads on. And what they're going to do is combine those, as you can see the example here. So the return value will be similar to a keyword that could match the query. For example, extra large men's hats could be the value when a user searches for fine, good hats for men with large heads. So basically the LLM is going to is going to bucket up a selection of search terms and then call those a synthetic keyword and then return if you've got the synthetic keyword value, and let's say you had hidden fields on your form, you're collecting it that way, or you're using server-side traffic tracking or some kind of API, then you would suck that synthetic keyword in and use it for these AI Max campaign, which is not a campaign, it's still a search campaign. You're just enabling this AI Max. So you could use the synthetic keyword parameter to give you some insight into what these queries were that drove these clicks. So that is what they're doing there. Choose to specify default value. So you can specify a default value that'll include a so that would let you know Google didn't group whatever this query was. Google didn't group it into the into the synthetic keyword. So that's kind of what's going on there. So I do want to jump over to this little more specific release. So we also got this. This is in the support center. We'll also leave a link to this in the video description. So AI Max is a comprehensive suite. There we go. Kind of the same thing again. So it's going to give you more reach, which is more performance for Google. It's definitely more performance for Google. The more keywords that you're bidding on and the higher those bid prices go, the better Google's quarterly revenue performance is going to be. More control. So it's giving you more, it is giving you more control than the DSA. If you were using the dynamic search ads, then you weren't getting any insight into the kind of the categories of keywords that you were buying. It was just kind of random. There was no way to pass that data. So by adding that synthetic keyword value track parameter, now it's at least giving you some insight into what some reformatted version of what people are searching for is getting reported into your system. The brand controls have already been there. But the brand controls only work for really big brands. If you're a even a pest control company or a plumber with 50 employees, 100 employees, you're not in the brand control list. More transparency. So Google's going to show you some, or maybe all, but more likely some of the headlines that they're using, what URL they sent the page, what page on your website they sent the traffic to, what ad they created, and then that synthetic keyword. So they're going to give you that visibility. And so improve your efficiency with automatically. So improve your efficiency at generating clicks for Google, yes, because they're going to match the keyword to the headline, and that's going to result in more clicks. So that's true. More relevant ads. So if your ads were not very relevant, then the AI is going to be able to make them better. If your ads were pretty relevant, then probably the AI is not going to do much better. But anyway, here are the features of AI Max. So the search term matching uses broad match. So all of your keywords are broad match. There you go. Text customization, text from your existing ads, landing page, generative AI. So Google's going to use the information that it already has about your account to create new ads. Final URL expansion, Google can send people to any page of your website that you do not explicitly exclude. Locations of interest. Again, we think this is just a shiny object that's not going to be very useful. Brand settings. If you have a big brand, then you can include or exclude it with these settings. Now, is that actually going to stop your brand traffic from coming in as if it's a non-brand? Probably not with broad match. With broad match and especially, and then extra expansion. like your brand and non-brand, probably going to be mixed up. You're probably not going to be able to have control at the brand non-brand conquest level if you use this setting. But allegedly, there's some brand controls in there. So URL inclusions, so you can tell. Uh, so if the crawler doesn't find a URL and you want it to use it in the ads, then you can tell it to. You can also exclude certain pages from your campaign if you want. The synthetic keyword, we talked about how that works. It's just going to bucket up your queries into an alleged keyword. And so the search terms report, a new match type. So it's going to tell you whether it was keywordless matching or broad match. So you can get those, that'll be a binary. Either it served the ad based on a broad match keyword that you provided, or it served the ad based on a keywordless match that went beyond what even your broad match would have allowed. So a new view that shows the combined search term, headlines, and URLs. So it's going to tell you search. So is it going to tell you search term? Every search term? Probably not. I mean, given that with a normal search campaign right now, we're seeing something in the ballpark of 20 to 40% of the clicks that we're paying for. Google is actually telling us what the query was that drove that click. And then the other 60 to 80% of the clicks, we don't get to know what the person searched for. I would be shocked if this gives you 100% transparency into that. That would be very surprising. It does seem to be promising that here in this support article, but we'll see how reality matches up with that. I think it's much more likely it'll be similar to what we've got currently, where you're getting the minority of your clicks showing what the actual search term is. So a new view that shows the combined search term, headlines. There you go. So that's the report. You're getting improved reporting compared to what you would have gotten with DSA, with the dynamic search ads. The keywords report, understand the total contributions. Okay, great. Landing pages reported. So it's going to tell you which pages it sent the traffic to, which it already does if you're running DSA. And the asset report shows the performance. Okay, so you're giving the images and logos and business name and site links and all that stuff are going to be reported on, upgrading existing campaigns. So if you want to do it, then you go in there and you click the button, and there you go. So how is AI Max for search campaigns going to perform in relation to our religion, our mission, our vision of, as an ad agency, what we want to do is understand your customer lifetime value, your cost to acquire customer, and make sure that we're keeping you profitable and then scaling as much as possible. So how this is going to play is it's probably going to be too high in the funnel. This is probably, I mean, unless you've got a well-established campaign, you're performing really well with your bottom of the funnel. When customers contact you, they're highly likely to close. They're highly likely to be happy. They're highly likely to write reviews for you. So you got all that dialed in. Then you start buying your buying intent traffic. And now you've bought all of the buying intent traffic that you possibly can. Then maybe the campaign type comes into play, because there could be some things that your customers are searching for. They could be searching in weird ways where the AI could actually kind of bring in some incremental customers. But most likely what this campaign type is going to do is just increase your cost per click, and that's not great. So anyway, that's what we got. Those are my thoughts on the AI Search Max, AI Max. So we've got Performance Max, P Max, AI Max, lots of different kinds of maxing, lots of performance involved allegedly on these new Google Ads campaign types. So yeah, that's what I got. So what do you think? Are you going to be implementing AI Max? Are you going to be clicking the button, taking everything to broad match plus extra, plus letting Google create the ads for you and driving traffic to any page of your website that they want to? Is that something that you're going to be taking advantage of or not? Let us know in the comments, or follow us on social media. We're on PPC Better on X, LinkedIn, all those good places. And like and subscribe, like the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you want more info about digital marketing strategies and news updates relevant to digital marketing stuff. And so thanks everybody for watching this video, and have a good rest of your day.